I woke up at 5:30 a.m., but let's be real, I didn't actually get out of bed until 6:11. Still, it counts, right? Before hitting the road, we made a much-needed stop at Starbucks. It was still pitch dark outside, but by the time we reached the tiny town of Springdale around 7:45 a.m., the sky had transformed into a cotton candy dream. Honestly, I'd love to leave earlier one of these days just to hike up to Scout Lookout to catch the sunrise. That's definitely going on my list. Still plenty of parking when we got to the visitor center, which is rare. We actually hadn't planned on stopping here, but we were hoping to buy gloves to keep our fingers from freezing off. We waited about 10 minutes for the visitor center to open up. We weren't the only ones buying gloves, which was kind of funny, but honestly, it was the best purchase of the morning. We took the shuttle to the Temple of Sinawaba, and by 8:45, we were finally on the Riverside Walk. The Riverside Walk is a relatively flat, paved 2.2-mile round-trip trail at the northern end of Zion Canyon. The Virgin River runs alongside you, and as the sandstone walls close in, you really get a sense of how powerful nature is. There are exhibits along the way about erosion, canyon carving, and the ecosystem here. The gateway to the Narrows, one of Zion's most famous hikes. If you don't feel like getting wet, you can turn back at the end of the paved section, but trust me, just standing there and watching hikers cross the river was enough to make me want to come back when it warms up. Seeing people in full gear ready to take on the Narrows was so inspiring, definitely adding that to my Zion bucket list. We took our time, about 2.5 hours, because I love exploring all of the side paths. The sound of the flowing water, the trees, the texture of the rock formations. This is hands down one of my favorite trails in Zion. It's peaceful and there are plenty of benches along the way if you want to just sit and take it all in. We wrapped up the Riverside walk at exactly 11:11 a.m. A good sign, right? This nut right there. So we are almost all the way back to the front of the Riverside Walk entrance. It was really cool because we were able to walk all the way to the entrance of the Narrows, and we were able to see a group of people getting in, which was pretty awesome. So definitely on the next to do. Super excited about all of this. I don't even know what time it is right now, but the weather has warmed up substantially. It was freezing right when we got to the park, so we ended up getting some gloves. But yeah, my gloves are off. When we got back to the visitor center, it was a whole different scene. Cars were circling and searching for a spot. The lot was completely full. So if you're planning to visit, make sure to get here early. So we just got back to our car from the Riverside Walk, and my car's right there, and the parking lot is full. It's just about 11 and you can see there are people literally driving around, so I'm pretty sure people are going to want to take our spot. Here we go. There's a Tesla right there. Next, we headed to the Canyon Overlook Trail on the east side of Zion. Parking is extremely limited, but we got lucky and found a spot right past the restrooms. The Canyon Overlook Trail is a moderate 1-mile hike that starts with sandstone steps and a metal handrail guiding you over rocky terrain. Walking across this narrow bridge, I'm not gonna lie, it was a little scary. The trail itself was extremely sandy and I did slip at one point, but thankfully I didn't fall. Make sure to wear good hiking shoes if you do this one. The trail was extremely busy when we arrived around 11:30. There were several times where we had to step aside to let people pass. If you want fewer crowds, I highly advise that you start this trail earlier in the day, and you might have good luck with finding parking as well. Near the end, the trail opens up and suddenly you're staring at this vast, breathtaking view of Zion's Canyon. There's a fenced-off area at the end where you can take in the towers of the Virgin. The contrast of red and cream-colored rocks is insane. The views on the canyon overlook were absolutely beautiful. Luckily, there was nice people who we just took pictures of each other. So, sometimes people don't ask, and I usually ask, and so they asked us, which was super awesome. But yeah, this is our last hike for the day. We're heading back down to our parking spot, which technically said no parking, but we parked there anyways, like everybody else. But yeah, great day. It's definitely hot enough to have our jackets off, so definitely come back and do this one. So everyone's parked at the slow vehicle turnout. Everyone parks and hikes. What a journey. After all of that hiking, we stopped for a late lunch at Whiptail Grill, and let me tell you, I'm already planning my next visit. We sat outside enjoying the perfect weather, and the customer service here is absolutely top-notch. The food, outstanding. Kobe and I ended up sharing the mixed barbecue platter, Whiptail style. So yummy. Kobe had a strawberry lemonade and I went in for an old-fashioned. Probably the best one I've had in town from the places I've tried so far. Whiptail Grill is an unassuming Mexican Southwest fusion spot located in a converted gas station. If you're driving through Springdale, make sure to drive slow because it's definitely easy to miss, but it's right outside the park. On our way home, we stopped at Fort Zion, which is a quirky souvenir shop with an old West village and a mini petting zoo. For $2 per person, you can enter the petting zoo, and for $1, you can get 2 carrots to feed the animals. They had llamas, ponies, goats, and Kobe had an absolute blast running around. There's also a little ice cream shop on the inside that serves homemade ice cream, which is the perfect way to end the day. say it was another perfect Zion day trip, and I'm already looking forward to the next adventure. Until next time, Zion.